Years before Facebook, before Instagram, before TikTok, there was one website that ruled the entire social internet. It was the most visited site in America, bigger than Google for a time. And then it threw away one of the biggest leads in tech history. This is the story of MySpace. How the king of social media handed its crown to a rival and became a digital ghost town. In the mid-2000s, MySpace was a phenomenon. It was where you built your own personal page, picked your profile song, and ranked your friends in your top 8. Bands used it to find fans. Teenagers used it to build identities. For a huge chunk of a generation, MySpace was the internet. Stick around, because how it lost all of that so quickly is a masterclass in what really matters online. MySpace grew explosively, and its success caught the eye of a media giant. In 2005, a huge entertainment company bought MySpace for around $580 million. At the time, it looked like a genius move, buying the future of media. MySpace kept growing, and by 2006, it became the most visited website in the United States. It seemed absolutely unstoppable, the center of the online world. But underneath the success, cracks were forming. And the first crack was the experience itself. MySpace let users customize their pages with almost anything, which sounded fun, but in practice meant the site became a chaotic mess. Pages were slow to load, cluttered with flashing graphics, clashing colors, and auto-playing music. It could be genuinely unpleasant to use. It was creative, yes, but also loud, buggy, and overwhelming. And then, quietly, a competitor appeared with the exact opposite philosophy. It was called Facebook. At first, it was only for college students. But it was clean, simple, and fast. Every page looked the same, calm and uncluttered. There was no chaos, no flashing, no clashing colors. It just worked, smoothly and elegantly. Where MySpace was a noisy, messy bedroom, Facebook was a clean, quiet, well-designed room. And people slowly realized they preferred the calm. But the deepest difference was invisible to most users. Facebook thought of itself as a technology company, obsessed with building great software. MySpace, under its media company owner, increasingly thought of itself as a place to sell advertising. So Facebook poured its energy into making the product better, faster, and more useful. MySpace poured its energy into cramming in more ads to hit financial targets. One was building for users. The other was squeezing them. And here is where it went badly wrong. To make money, MySpace loaded its pages with more and more advertising, which made the already slow site even slower and more annoying. Meanwhile, its owners were reportedly focused on hitting short-term revenue targets, not on fixing the product or innovating. The company became cautious and bureaucratic, exactly when it needed to be bold and fast. It stopped improving right as its rival was accelerating. Facebook, by contrast, kept adding brilliant new features. The news feed, photo tagging. Later, it opened up to everyone, not just students. It kept getting cleaner, faster, and more addictive. And crucially, it felt safe and trustworthy, while MySpace developed a reputation for spam, fake profiles, and clutter. One by one, then in a flood, users began to drift away from MySpace and toward Facebook. What happened next was stunningly fast. Social networks live and die by a simple rule. People go where their friends are. Once enough friends started leaving MySpace for Facebook, everyone else followed, because an empty social network is no fun at all. The exodus fed on itself. In just a couple of years, MySpace went from the most popular site in the country to a place people were embarrassed to still be using. The collapse was brutal. Traffic plummeted. Advertisers fled to follow the users to Facebook. The site that had been bought for over $500 million was now hemorrhaging visitors by the millions. Every attempt to redesign it or reinvent it seemed to come too late and often made loyal users even angrier. The momentum had completely, irreversibly reversed. The king was in free fall. In 2011, the media giant that had paid around $580 million for MySpace sold it off for a mere $35 million. Think about that. It lost more than $500 million in value in just a few years. The company that had once been synonymous with social media was now a cautionary tale, sold for a tiny fraction of its former worth, its glory days already a distant memory. MySpace never came back. It was reinvented a few times, pivoting toward music and entertainment, but it never again mattered the way it once had. Facebook, meanwhile, went on to connect billions of people and become one of the most valuable companies on the planet. The lead MySpace had thrown away turned out to be worth, quite literally, hundreds of billions of dollars. So what is the real lesson of MySpace? The first is simple but brutal. In technology, the product itself is everything. MySpace had the users, the brand, and the head start, but it let its product become slow, cluttered, and annoying, while a rival relentlessly made theirs cleaner and better. A lead means nothing if you stop improving. Users are loyal only until something better comes along. The deeper lesson is about priorities. MySpace, under pressure to make money fast, chose short-term advertising revenue over long-term product quality. Facebook chose to obsess over the user experience first, trusting the money would follow. And it did, massively. When you put squeezing your customers ahead of serving them, you open the door for anyone willing to serve them better. MySpace is what happens when you own the future and then get lazy, distracted, and greedy enough to hand it to someone hungrier. It didn't lose because of some unbeatable technology. It lost because it stopped caring about the experience, right as a rival made caring about the experience its entire mission. So the question the story leaves us with is this: when you're on top, are you still working as hard as the hungry rival trying to take your place? If you enjoyed watching this empire fall, subscribe, because next time we've got another giant that never saw it coming.